Vamos a continuar a ver qué pasa. Necesitas hacer algo a las espaldas del teniente Kitsuragi. Escabúllete cuando se haya ido a dormir. Vale. Vamos a abrir el contenedor de basura. Que está aquí.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Ahora deberías poder haber... No, no deberías.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrap. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodle. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage.
The victim's clothes? Cadaver inodor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were drop them in here, officer.
Vale, pues entonces ya tenemos una prueba.
Guitar mark blue jeans. Pockets. Empty. Or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The belt is missing. That's it.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with...
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno?
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. Something larger, a clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash? Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Vale.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Vale. Esto es una parte importante,
That's
parece.
one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your combo type. Guess. No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up. Oh, you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go? No you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes.
Vale, aquí
Stop
solo
wasting time
puedo
and
hacer
begin
esto.
the repentance. Wow. Okay. Fuck off.
Aceptarlo o tal, bueno. A ver ahora.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Voy a intentarlo.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More
Sí,
You feel
mejor
a great
vomitar.
force ringing from your stomach until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling rag.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Vale. Pues de momento ya estaría. Aquí, por cierto, voy a llamar.
An old call box with a matrix of push button. You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the
Vale,
call box
taxis de febrero.
looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has...
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Election. Have you come to place an order? My God,
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
it's you.
No, something's wrong here.
¿Estás
Are
seguro
you
de que
sure
se
she's
dirige a
talking
ti?
to you?
Michelle, just please. a chair. Ever since I came to work here.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice to be able to find...
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
No quieres hablar conmigo. ¿Qué ha pasado?
Another seagull passes by.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
You press the number sign on the keypad. That
Ya, pero
terminates the
entonces...
call.
A ver...
12 name cards on the call box read.
Ah, vale, ya me aparece voluntad, vale.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress.
Fortress, ciudad helada.
Silence. No one answers the
Vale,
doorbell.
vestíbulo...
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call.
Sin etiqueta.
This button looks new, but someone.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Vale. Esto ya lo di, ¿verdad?
You hear the same waiting room music, but no one
Bueno,
answers
pues ya
you
llamaré ahí.
anymore.
Me podía haber colado, pero bueno, igual no hubiese salido bien.
An old monument stands in the middle of the track. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip, well, he blew through the whole national trip. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarch. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like
De
some
plumas
beast
bañadas en
dragon,
oro como un dragón obeso.
instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, throne, the original was blown apart by communards. Then further, some years ago, a group, the statue
Y aquí
was supposed
salgo
to
algo, ¿no?
capture the remnant. It was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze, not that he ever did in life either.
Irte. Bueno, he ganado experiencia. Eso es lo importante. Una camiseta de tirantes. A ver si este se caga en la puta. La pequeña mujer arrugada te saluda. No te saluda.
A photograph is clutched in her hand. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. No response wherever this woman.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Why? I just told you.
Pero este hijo puta cuando se va a dormir. De noche.
Still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. Nothing. Her smile.
Ok. Vale, estoy avanzando bastante por esta zona. Consiguiendo todo cuanto puedo.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strike breakers together. Rights of people. Right.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if...
Maybe you should ask them the questions. We had.
So do we, Scott.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They do...
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gate.
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this look. Pity.
Let us work!
Vale. No voy a encontrar ningún tipo de cosa interesante.
Scott?
You're hazy on the notion of a scam. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scam. Imagine, you cops going on a... Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can...
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there.
Hostia.
Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock it, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
You know, serious business.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about
¿Qué hablas de la huelga?
Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better
Al
footing.
jefe del sindicato y todo. Gracias por la charla, hijo. A ver. Esta no podrás forzarla o echarla abajo a patadas. Vale.
Body betrays.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
You have succumbed to algún. You reek of it. An invisible sword of algún emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. Yes, algún. Algún is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played in you. For humility. Correct. My small skull servant. Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is algún. You are but a vessel for the ghoul now. Very little of yourself remains.
Tiene toda la puta.
Occidental haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is reigning. Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far? You gave the world. You don't. You will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind it, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave. Bring your troops. The walls will be.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Cierto, buena idea.
Best idea. He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash? Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Ay,
Just
mierda.
ask for race secrets.
Inane popular culture lingo. It is intellectually uninteresting to suck any. Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much. Mr. Clare is also. To serve is noble. It takes discipline. Perpetual. Of course you are. Above all, Rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music? Of course, I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victim. The South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. We are the future. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Elysium. No. I have heard about it on the radio. I'm from Cuba.
Qué lío me está haciendo el gilipollas.
No, it is not just. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. And
I don't think anything about this.
Your pedomorphic friend is
Sí, la verdad.
right. You should leave here.
Vámonos. De momento no puedo hacer nada. Esto es importante, ¿eh? Tengo que subir de nivel. Vale. Esto lo quiero. Objetos.
It's the legend found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it? It's a below the pathetics? Terror.
Bajo el patetismo, terror. No te asomes a su corazón azul.
It's just toilet paper. Stick it to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and an aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. It's crocodile. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to our scene property. It depends. Aside from
How many years you've been on the force, Ethan?
any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All our CM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermark.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag, they're not exact. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, case files, work, strife, poverty, the general quarter. These are
Vale, casos no terminados.
You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. It was presumptuous of me. It's okay.
Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely... There is, for precisely 1 more. 15 pages near the end. The task you've completed. Inspect the... Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. Things to be done and things...
No, actually. Any ideas?
Las furias habitan en el espejo, el sol poniente. Hombre, pues el ahorcado es el más...
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The hang... I'm going to start calling it the hanged man. It's good we sorted this out.
Yes, it appears you employer, shall we say, yes, all others appear. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're...
Yes, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCA, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers, again, in your defense, I seem to have named one, the man with the hole in his head. That was, I pray, his loved one. Rail spiked through the head. He died.
Vale, ya está.
You
Vamos.
don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. Then rip them from the 3. The topmost are misconduct, a monetary, but they appear. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and a dozen color of the irises, predation. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms.
Vale.
The rest of the stinking cellulose
Otra vez he
is much
ganado.
worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Experiencia. Mira el
It's made of
portapapeles.
dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. Blue, the blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not sealed. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the
Vale.
ball. The acidic stench of
Oler
rotten
el
food has rubbed
portapapeles.
off on the cellulose. It now forms the base. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins. Why, yes. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are
HBD son tus iniciales.
It's
Pero me ha
safe to
llamado
say
Mitchell antes, la otra
HDD
zorra.
are your initials.
Huh.
No, the alphanumeric begins with HDB. That's comforting to hear. Now, detective, it takes half an hour to piece one of these together, if you still want to. Here are your options. Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to a Joseph Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. No, he was awful. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead. Yeah, really lame. So anyway, no one enters. Mills has no idea. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was the smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was murder at the hookah parlor. Joseph Mill. It would be very interesting to... That's all. Who knows? Don't worry. One day. This will cause the mirror. True love is possible. Only people call the graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell ledgers. The case files do not show you find the crew agree. The 9
Vale, esto lo paso.
subject to the mural's message. All of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And no one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done? AK
El caso irresoluble, vale.
For Leslie to... You would think threatening. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Addition. And what is Leslie doing? Good, you're learning. He must have it in the process.
Vale,
he
bien.
came at us and can't get out, which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a
Me
disciplinary
falta
hearing.
esto.
The some insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. They were cigarette butts, coffee. No, you didn't have time for that. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Vale. Toma.
The slides snap back into place without resistance. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves. Familiar, a young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort. Harry, it begins. You're all ready. Throw it away, please.
Harry comienza. Sin darte cuenta, ya la estás leyendo. Quería escribirte una carta para que la leas cuando despiertes. Tal vez te haga feliz. Seguir leyendo.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. You
Seguir leyendo.
kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and you feel the ledger slip
Has perdido un
from your
objeto.
hand. No, hold on. To what?
Detective, is everything?
Hostias. He caído. ¿Cómo que pasa?
There is nothing.
¿Cómo?
Again.
¿Pero qué dices, tío?
Well, that's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Is it?
¿Pero qué dices?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me,
There is no Voyager. You think they would let you?
Oh, but
It's the glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the
Drink. Water.
water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2...
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat.
What happened? That does sometimes happen.
He replies with some...
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
Bueno. De todas formas,
The
ya
ledger
que
of
estoy...
failure and hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your
Ya que estoy... Voy a utilizar esto para leer la mierda esta.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
All right. Ready? I turn. You...
The dashboard lights up. The lights unfold with a little click.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Venga.
Yes?
As you hold your letters clip under the headlamp, an iridescent...
There she is.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-bursts. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the art.
Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into three. The first row has 18 dots. The next is... There are so many, it's hard to count. The last row, that's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their number. Son, here is where we score your life before.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Fair point. This next row... Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, there are certain officers, but it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
O sea, que soy un buen policía.
Yes. Everyone has their own method of coping. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Anything's better than a night...
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page.
Vale. Sigamos por donde estábamos antes de desmayarnos. A poder ser, anda. Porque me cago en su puta madre. Era por aquí. Vale, aquí no. Aquí nada. Aquí. Vale. No, no quiero subir aquí. Quita, quita, coño. No quiero. Ay. Que no, coño. Que quiero irme. ¿Dónde estaban las puertas esas que he visto antes? Antes he visto unas puertas por aquí. ¿Era por aquí quizá? No. Antes he visto unas puertas aquí. Aquí, vale. Vale. Voy a hablar con este gordo.
Welcome to Raibow. Don't you welcome to Raibow me. My grandfather came here from it. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It's men like you who keep Raibow divided, making...
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man, I just said... I know exactly what... But you see...
Silent, your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute...
The lieutenant exhales and resumes.
Whatever you say, officers. Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so... apples?
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples? I take it you had... oh man, that's great. God, man. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. It's about not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Oh?
Good. If we, the evening people...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this turn.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo. The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. Apples?
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say.
Look, as detective. I come from the long... We're on the...
Dan, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the...
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather... Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Hell no. It's a guild. Trusting street thug.
Esto es como la puta gente en la vida real, o sea, no aporta nada. Hablas con ellos y es una pérdida de tiempo. Bueno, este tío no me ha aportado nada al menos.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
No. You need tear to use the tear machine. Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
I don't know. Frit? A 7 to 11 grocery store. I think they think that the extra tea makes it funkier. it doesn't. You mean this? This is Pop Stars.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay. I'm not...
She looks up from her magazine.
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really long.
No need to worry.
Okay. Uh-huh. Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality? I don't know. What about it? Cool.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with...
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, magnesium, and Hypnogamma. St. Baptiste, you know, the pharmaceuticals company. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells meds out of St. Baptiste. That one, there. Okay, don't, like, overdo it or something.
Amoníaco que tenía que pillar. Quiero esto. Porque me parece bastante interesante. ¿Qué más?
Just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Bueno, no nos dice nada interesante.
Understood. You're that. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each. Two octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each. You stare at the card, willing. It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten log. You don't exactly close them.
magnesio. ¿Qué tienes que decir, hijo puta?
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest, or were you just trying to win his confidence? I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful of, and you avail yourself of this technique. And one more. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to...
Ah, vale, ya he vuelto.
You see a heavy steel door with, you immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue. The door stands silent, unmoved by your... A thin man is smirking below an exhaust hood. Occasionally, as you step in, it must be his name. Garanzi. Garanzi Quebec. Sounds... The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand drawn. He looks up at you. Then, shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of them. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. He looks up at you. Shrugging is an international sign for. You see a heavy steel door with the cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The door does not budge.
Pero si me pongo la puta pinza esta, la palanca, y me acerco a la puerta.
You see a heavy steel. The door does not budge. The door does not.
Vale. Bueno, el retrasado este, a ver qué dice.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Trapdoor, sure. There's nothing... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over after the animals. And I haven't... Yes, not the whole damn union. They come...
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry. Even men...
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something. They probably fucking killed it.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. In the question. First we find a sad bang. Then we sing this place to shit.
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this... Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling? And that's right, I'm the cafeteria manager.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand. You need a drink to help the community deal with...
Well, you're not getting it!
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service, CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I thank you anyway.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. Yes?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned up. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door does not care. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still no answer. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick... Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. Ah, if you insist. What do you want to know? What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that it does, no.
The lieutenant produces his small blue...
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. I don't speak a word of Seolite. No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter?
What's going on? It's like you're... The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. That's good. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances.
Pero quiero esto, coño.
The bed is cold and not particularly...
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9.
Vale, a partir de las 9 se puede dormir. No, pero es que se mete hasta en el baño, coño. Conmigo, el hijo puta este.
A mirror hangs above a bent and hot wall. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the sun. As you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my god, what does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Bueno.
Kim also, the man is finding it where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in the air. He nods.
No problem, officer.
Vale. Y he visto que tengo una camisa. Ah, me he puesto la camisa directamente. Vale. Sugestión. Olor desagradable. Me prefiero llevar esto. La verdad.
The window stands broken. You see some lights shimmering outside.
Yes?
Vale. ¿Qué hago ahora? A ver. Mira, ya hay gente. Ha cambiado todo.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes?
No, me voy.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you...
Ah, o sea que no dice nada diferente, vale. ¿Y esta
Hello again,
señora?
sweetie. I hope you're able to pawn that old trinket. Of course, dear.
A ver, este borrachón.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Vamos a
There is
despertarlo.
only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a...
Why the yelling, man? Wait, what? No, he was just sleeping. What do you want, officer? That's the name of...
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Good. For one, I can get some god... Nate got it. Measurehead's got it.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess.
We are the workers, the union. Okay, I guess there's also Evra.
Ebrar.
He's in charge of the union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then I can tell you that.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouth.
You heard what I said. Draw your...
The lieutenant. So union people think he was a killer, he thinks.
Thank God, no.
The worker.
I doubt.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You...
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Is it?
The dock worker doesn't answer, is it?
Vale. A ver, espera.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Voluntad. Me piro. Ah, ¿cómo que no puedo mirar? Ah, vale. Quiero la chaqueta esta de los cojones.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. No.
Joder.
That's still too...
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost strained a muscle there. The cloak? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 major stops. Whenever you're
Ah, mira, no vi. Quita coño. Hostia, 1:10. Vale, no puedo.
does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in? And then what? You fucking there? You...
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno!
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, to the both of you. Watch your ass in Kuno's. That's where Kuno...
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old.
It's a vitamin pig. Don't you...
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag... You fuck...
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes...
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD!
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the Ducky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig. Kuno knows. Kuno and C saw you shit yourself. It's okay, pig. Not every...
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Yeah, like a fucking volcano.
You're lucky you didn't die there!
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno... Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's...
The lieutenant takes...
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen! Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there.
The lieutenant remains.
Pig, these are found modulars, liquid fit, believe...
These could drastically improve your... Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants.
Alright, Piggo.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels...
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going.
I can't hear you.
Shit, that...
The kid may have something there. He's...
Kuno...
Stop turning it...
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit... Dunno, Kita's gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Look.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced... Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're humble. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. The box seems happy. Eat shit, pig. Fucked by the coon. And sent G with... The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankfully even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow. Several maps have been... The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The north coast of... To the east, rolling hills, Hudon. It's so small. This large map displayed Ozon. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the ocean connections that you have little eye. Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance. The worn map features the patchwork grid of your finger move, finally coming to a halt on the spot.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Your finger moved, finally.
For a more detailed view of the map,
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. Only an echo. No one is there.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool? You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
This coin-operated viewer is facing. The metal feels cold and wet under you. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Trying to sneak up on...
A ver. ¿Esto es la linterna o qué coño es?
Hey, what's that noise down there?
Joder, pero...
There must be another way into the building.
Qué fumador, ni qué fumador, coño.
Yes?
¿Qué fumador? ¿Dónde?
I can't get involved in this.
Vale. A ver. Si me pongo este abrigo, ¿qué pasa?
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Hostias.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
The streets will flow red once more. A great
The streets will not flow red.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last... And here I was, trying to be polite. Just can't win with you.
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust. It's the woman on the boat does not.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up. It's where they grow whores like her, and their whoremen. Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful... I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Yeah? Thanks. I'm sure the
She means the opposite.
I ain't no snitch, pigstein.
Actually, there is a shortage of people.
We weren't put on this earth to make...
The lieutenant, hatred, the woman.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on
Vale.
On a first name basis with
Ahora le digo
her.
sí, a mí tampoco me
He's
gusta.
not half as dumb as he looks. Watch your back.
Vale. Aquí simplemente bajaría ahí abajo.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the door rattles again. But
Stop banging on the door. I'm not living anymore. The police. Everyone knows the police don't. No. I'll go check the back.
backyard door. The door rattles again.
Stop banging on the door. Doesn't matter who are. The police. Everyone. No. I'll go check.
Backyard door.
Madame.
There is no reply. Just.
Pero es que entonces, ¿qué cojones investigo? Me cago en tu puta madre.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and Allied. Good luck, is it?
What the man?
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade... Why? By throwing off... But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the... I hope I can be of help. This reality. No, but please.
We have time.
What? Such an acute encephalopathy.
Don't be...
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer.
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good,
Vale.
but begin with the first, okay?
It's a neurological disorder called... Well, it's either bariatric surgery or... That seems unlikely. A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah, or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, but this mostly the splat. Wonderful.
Bien, bien, le he metido a la... a la yonki esa.
Such an acute encephalopathy. Don't be... We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. It's a neurological disorder called... Well, it's either bariatric surgery or... That seems unlikely. A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah, or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, but this mostly the splat. Wonderful.
Bien, bien, le he metido a la yonki esa.
what I am.
There may be. Everyone wants to talk
Vale,
about
ahora le
themselves.
pregunto qué es eso.
The girl in the old lady rags looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and young people who dye their hair funny colors and wear old people's clothes are stupid. And they're all right. What next?
Vale, vale, vale. Bueno, pues de momento
Glad
ya
to have
está.
been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Vale, perfecto. Ahora subo umbral de dolor. Y ahora supuestamente puedo tirar abajo.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire?
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier. You peer in. Your chest feels tight looking at them. It's closing in, caving in, ever tighter.
You okay there? You were looking pale there for a second. What are you looking at? Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But you're right. More old bullet holes. Plenty.
Uy, ahí me ha dejado o mirar ahí arriba, ¿no? A ver. Bueno. Vale, aquí no puedo hacer absolutamente nada. Aquí tampoco. Aquí tampoco. Aquí tampoco.
The lights are so pretty when it gets dark.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little
Joder,
body-shaped
tío. Me
trinkets
cago en tu
and
puta
charms.
madre.
Appears to be locked.
Joder.
Ah, shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Are you alright?
What is going on? I warned you.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's only echo.
Bueno, pero ya estoy más cerca. Anda, mira.
Have you no shame? whining about you. I'm trying.
These manly men are playing balls. No, you've got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
See? Ah, no. I hope you...
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're... Oh, doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Sure, officer. Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals. In Martinez, the union is the law. Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with...
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm... Yes. Yes. It was...
Heavy. Hot.
Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership. Sad should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex. This place is damn big. Yes.
He fought.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revolution during Operation Defter in 08. The other two are up. This is...
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son.
Well,
you don't even...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Preposterous! Surely you don't... Instead, this is just what the commies wanted. This was the plan. It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. It was nothing to do with anything. Damn Frisell.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller.
But it doesn't. That was 100... This was René's kid. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight.
I have...
Yes.
Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance of this fine day? Oh, that's the cochonnet. Well, then, the players aim to throw their boot. You'll put...
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now? Hurry up then.
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. No, of...
Then help!
I wish I...
Respect!
I'm not.
Of course it...
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss... Harry...
What's the...
The old...
Let's try not to get caught in that.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. Oh, yes. Not in the...
Of course! I hate the socialist rabble. But even siding with...
Right? Oh.
Well,
everyone in...
What's the...
The old...
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer. Just, he's...
Mon Dieu.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. I'm sorry.
The only one you have.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on recon again. Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety. I do.
Heavy.
Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country. Execute yourself. Fine. What do you want?
Evening, officers.
A burly. His posture is relaxed, despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand. This man.
I wasn't...
The word...
Too bad it also takes... Well, yeah, not really much else. Just... Sure thing. Want some too?
Why not?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this panel, usually closed. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal... Nothing happens. Nothing happens. The spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Isn't there a sign over? The worn and...
You can...
The worn...
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time.
There are...
Don't be shy.
Save the economy. That sounds off. You find your...
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something cold.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Oh. Bah. Más uno compostura, menos uno escalofríos.
You see two...
I can see you but taste for luck.
A pair.
Those
Only? That's madness.
Hostias.
These ones...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stuff. These, officer? These speakers are Samaran. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Look, well, if you want... But see, if, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
You see a Samaran street vendor. The name...
Happy shopping. Hey, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, you like...
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about... Very...
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Sea Guy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit...
The apricot... No, apricots come! Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? Only the coolest goods in Revach. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources. No need for discounts and ceilings, officer. Everything's already on good...
You glance...
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their...
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city...
If you wanted to...
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer's hyper cool. Anything for you.
There's a...
You like sunglasses, officer?
A boat.
Damn, officer.
They're perfect. It's going to...
No, you are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this.
Those you...
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool.
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully...
Yes.
His manner is casual, but his...
It was brought...
We are not here. You have to admit it's rather clever.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
The boombox is on the shelf. Look, one, especially this is you. Just make sure it works before you buy
it. Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel format, 2mm, 8mm. If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that? Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. If you don't mind, please put the... I do appreciate it.
You see, Ro, try to find something pretty and cool here. Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and set. This set of soul.
You're probably... I think their poverty has been exaggerated. Maybe.
They're not all blue. These figurines...
This is what the lawyer is.
Which one? Ah.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? For the drinks, 30 Real. Like what? I was really enjoying talking about the money you owe me. Another thing. Great. Yes, no,
We should find out who... We don't.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh?
Was there something else? Because I... Yes?
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick glance. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray. Light it up and smoke the living shit. The living shit. Who knows what you are? A monster. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette. Or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure good. Plus, smoking them gives massive... You see a heavy steel door. The door does not.
can I help you? Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is that... Am I smiling? Do you see? Because I'm...
Play it calm. This man needs to understand.
Even more reason for me not to... Do I have... Am I smiling? That's right.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand. You need a drink to help.
Well, you're not getting...
This is a thoughtful exchange.
Do I have a shaker? Am I smiling? Because I'm...
Play it calm. This man needs...
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinara. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple? Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinara. I have work to do and broken things to fix.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Activity.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow Kuna!
Of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button...
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're alright. Maybe not. There's a light buzz. A strange...
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Election. Have you come to place an order?
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax.
It's you. My...
Wait. Is she...
Michelle. Listen. Why do you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
The voice from the intercom. Your hands are getting cold, and your breathing becoming visible, forming small silvery.
Ever since. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. This is where you hung up the call. A phone rings in the office with no one. Her words are too...
So... It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint...
That is true. Silence. No one answers your call. Silence. No one's home. You hear this. You ring the door. You ring the doorbell. You ring the door. All you hear is you wait for a minute. You wait for a minute. Looks like someone has melted. Silence. No. Silence. No one answers. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Pues no sé qué tengo que hacer.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that man. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. Yes?
Can I help you?
Pero no tenía que venir aquí a dormir.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick glance. This door can only be opened.
No. No, coño, pero...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second. Sylvie Malaika. Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, detective? Yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past.
Oh, no.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Yes, you absolutely should. It's awful that you lost it.
Please, no. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it...
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall." There is silence on the other end of the line.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I didn't. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Maybe, I don't know.
You hit?
Anything else I can help you with?
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart.
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
What? What is?
He wants to verify.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General. Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new. Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't. 10-4.
Does he actually want something?
He asked if he ever told me about it.
For God's sake, got it!
Sir, satellite. So, was there anything else? Understood, sir. Over. 10-4, I hear you.
What does he want now?
He's asking for... I don't think he...
Don't give that asshole any.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says
he isn't getting
request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in...
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before...
Vigmar.
Who cares what this flick may have said? Pull on their heartstrings.
What did he say?
Did you want any...
He's trying to keep you from further embarrassing yourself in front of your colleagues.
He terminated the connection.
The radio falls silent and lifeless.
What was that? It's okay, detective. We should get on with our tasks. Work always helps me center myself. Now.
As you tap on the...
No. That's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile.
A rusting... This panel, you pull it, nothing happens. Nothing happened. A spring breeze. Wasn't there a sign over there saying function?
Officer, the flashlight, please. It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my... What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but...
Oh no, not at all.
Who are you?
All kind. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me...
entertained. He might be high. If he is, on what?
Let me have a look. Jean-Baptiste's summer dinghy rates is 31. What a pleasant time. So, what do you want to know? Price? I can give you $3.20 for it. Sure thing. So, do you want to sell? I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the Don.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit, truth be told.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens of Elysium, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez. In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us. If we...
My apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You just have to hope you luck upon her.
She did, truth be...
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm. You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man.
La confianza no da tampoco para la ejecución, ¿entiendes? Puedo contar con una anécdota, pero no tirar un perito porque eso es... no es de princesa.
It's just a racist mug. But the worn map, your finger finally coming to a halt on the...
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select...
The woman still has her eye. No response wherever. A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorry. The driver has adorned his... The back end of the cabin has a small perch to...
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, one bot.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know,
No need to worry.
Okay. Uh-huh.
A colorful there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it. But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage...
Know this, you will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
The pale age vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of... Sure. No, Frick only sells legal drugs, like the law says. Here you go, mister.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. Get a load of this rock and roll.
Hey, you can't smoke in here.
Shut up. It's already happening. Repercussions. It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
Vale. Vale, a ver.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe.
She looks up.
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? Because Frick hasn't.
She blinks at you, confused.
Yeah, like 2,000. I don't know.
Businesses often hire private security this side of the river.
You think the police, like, bother catching shoplifters?
Vale, cállate un rato. Ahora.
A colorful.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Vale, constitución. Vale, pues compro esto.
Here you go, mister.
Muy bien. Y ahora me piro. ¿Y ahora estarán aquí estos? Por curiosidad. A ver.
Well, hello. What a solid cap. Wow. The god. There's a satisfying pop as the cap comes off. A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it.
Es que tenía que hacerlo para completar la tarea, o sea que no me jodas.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry.
From the void we came, and to the void we...
Vale.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. Racist. I am
True. That is a noble cranium. But you got a hard noggin yourself.
You exhibit forward projection of the... It is important. This leads me to conclude. Your racial...
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
Vale.
Just try again.
Fallida, pero si no había posibilidad de fallarme. O sea, era 83, tío.
That's understandable.
No entiendo.
Jean-Luc Measurehead is a sage and an intellectual giant of race theory. Who are you, handmaiden of algún?
A ver. Vale. Voy a noquearlo. Toma. Sí. A tomar por culo.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid struck. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Times, all you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Destrozarlo con un gancho. Un gancho de derecha. Ay, no.
Oh God, wrong.
¿Cómo?
Your head is in his hands, like a pair of forceps crushing you, and you can feel every jewel.
Say it. I am.
Take the pain, goddammit. At least take that. Even under the increased force on your skull.
You are a poor player of physical chess.
No entiendo.
Just like that. The man is... All you hear is a small gurgling sound.
Toma. Madre.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is... As you slam your fist on the button, the man collects.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Toma.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
Joder con el Kim este, cómo toca los cojones.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hurt. We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that? We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make this situation.
The lieutenant groaned. That's right.
Pues bueno, aquí... Ah, vale, ahora lo que tengo que hacer es... Pero quita, coño. Kim de mierda. Espera, es que no se quita, no me deja interactuar el hijo de puta este.
The man is still.
Ahora ya nadie me tose aquí. Saben que se llevan una hostia. Espera, voy a volver hacia atrás.
On second glance,
it's unfortunate for the
drawer opens. Hundreds of and the same material. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, whatever's hidden here is hidden. It appears to remember Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht. All items on the list have been crossed.
Everard Claire, probably.
The special. What is so special about this borscht? Code for... Remember, Leo, all items on the list. The drawer slide. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just undoubtedly. Sure, nothing tricky about that. Still hanging on the railing. The white cloak. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak. control panel. March. On. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Vale.
And the harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance, moving.
I can't see how that was resurrected.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Ya para atrás. O sea, esto es enorme. Ala, 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 ala.
A large table with 2 huge vacuum-insulated thermal coffee dispensers. Someone has forgotten a small plastic card next to the stacks of cups. You snatch out the red plastic card. It features a black contour.
Bueno, aparta. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué pasa? Tengo que salir por ahí, ¿no? No pillo. Alguien inteligente no deja documentos incriminatorios a la vista. Vale. Vale. Es por aquí, ¿verdad? Se ha bugueado el juego. Se ha bugueado el juego, ¿no? Se ha bugueado el juego. Vale, no entiendo. Subo de nuevo. Por aquí. Aquí no.
Yes? What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller didn't. A security. They didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the... Okay, well, we are police... No, it's not a particular... The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. There was...
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful, blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
That's commendable.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lure.
Good.
No, he's having trouble processing.
Have you tried?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama, then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
Vale, pero ahora se me ha liado, no puedo salir ya de aquí. Vale, giro, me meto por aquí. Vale, sí. Esta es la puerta, ¿no? Creo. Vale, ¿qué ha pasado? Si va bien. No lo pillo. A ver. Sal por aquí. Vale, pues no sé qué hacer. No puedo salir. No puedo salir, tío. Qué pena con lo bien que estaba jugando y lo bien que me estaba yendo ahora. Se me ha bugueado. Me cago en la puta madre que parió el juego y a su puta madre. Bueno, pues nada. Pues lo dejaré aquí. No entiendo. A ver, voy a volver a intentar por si acaso me he equivocado, lo que coño sea. A ver. No, es que veníamos de aquí. O sea, no puede ser, no es otra cosa. Pues nada. Chaval. Pero es que no comprendo. Voy a cargar desde ahí porque si no... Vale, hasta aquí estaba todo de puta madre. Se va a empezar a liar. Poco a poco investigar esto.